Greetings, awakened masters of the new earth, rising up, shining brightly into the night, leading the way for all sentient beings into the golden age of heaven on earth. Aho! Many powerful activations, downloads, higher frequency light, higher frequency codes coming in today. We had a very powerful alignment today astrologically, so take a deep breath. I will transmit the code, the word for you. For Mercury in the interior underworld, the alchemical transformation, Mercury retrograde exactly conjunct the sun at 20 degrees Aquarius. The hidden word, Kazimi, Cazimi, meaning in the heart of the sun. When you hear the word Kazimi, if you do not get the chills, take your pulse right now. Just playing. Grandmother Bear coming in. Cazimi is a code word, ancient word from Arabic. Kasmimi, meaning the heart of the sun, or as if in the heart, living from the heart. This was also the name of one of my bro stars, my brothers' bands over 20 years ago, Cazimi. Cazimi, that is the code word for today, with these higher pulsing waves of higher dimensional light, the heart of the sun, the children of the earth, prime creator, infinitely expanding creator source, resonating through all her children, goddess rising, activating, pulsing through every vessel in this realm, here now. Saint Germain coming in, flowing in the violet flame, the violet ray. Today I began the discourses on Patreon for our people on Patreon. Over the next 33 days, I transmit the discourses of the I Am presence of Saint Germain through Godfrey Ray King. The I Am discourses over the next 33 days. If you're on our Patreon, check out today. I transmitted the foreword and an introduction for the next 33 days of transmissions. And this is coming through the I Am presence of every living being, working with our ascended master teacher, Saint Germain of the violet flame, the violet ray, the violet light. If you're not currently on our Patreon, you can join us, make a pledge starting at $5 a month. You get all our transmissions above and beyond what I transmit through YouTube. Patreon.com/prime disclosure. We'll be posting our Qigong training courses, many different arts. Many people coming to me to want me to teach martial arts through Dojo. I closed my dojo a year ago, the beginning of the scamdemic, and many transformations. Those that have been following my channel know that I left everything, 47 years of my life in Cleveland, to come be with my condor, my sacred queen, my goddess, my everything out here in West. So I'm contemplating starting the healing retreat with a small dojo until we can raise enough funds and get enough investors to buy land and property. And what I'll do is train 99 people in the dojo in the higher arts, healing arts, martial arts, the blue path and the red path. And I will stream some of the teachings through our Patreon page. So I'll keep you all up to date as this comes to fruition. And then in time we will manifest our first healing center. Slowly but surely we are inching our way to raising the funds and getting enough investors to purchase land and a property to start building and creating dojos, healing centers, schools of the arts, many different things, sanctuaries, gardens, doing ceremony with our people and our teams around the world. The first being in Washington State, the state of Washington, transmitted to me through Gold Dragon. The whole state is a sacred portal, but there is portals within the portals that are open gateways to higher dimensions of love and light that we will be bringing to the world to transform, transmute, transcend, and manifest heaven on earth. So I posted the first transmission earlier today. You can find all our teachings links in our community page on both YouTube channels, Paul Butler and Prime Disclosure. Prime Disclosure is a backup to my main channel, Paul Butler. Also, you can listen to my Queen song, My Condor, called Spirit Made. We've been receiving many comments, messages, emails of the activations people are receiving from hearing her sacred voice, the divine goddess, divine feminine energies. I know every time I hear her sing, it brings tears to my eyes and opens my heart fully. Aho. Today we had powerful white blasts of light showing on the Schumann charts. We had the power of 59 hertz amplitude manifestation, the 14 into the 5, many 555 codes. Today the Queen and I saw 777, 1771, 77, many 7 codes coming in today. We'll read real quick the transcript from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Feeling off this morning, not quite yourself, stomach acting up, eyes running like allergies, stomach sick, feeling really off, emotional. You are a light worker, and yes, the Schumann resonance is spiking and has been spiking for hours. I know it's overwhelming at times, but you are still doing it. Your eyes might be burning. You might have a huge meeting for work and only slept 2 hours. Your root chakra may be beating out a new rhythm, but you are still doing it. You are here in this now moment. Put all your energy into now and let the rest of your ascension sort itself out. This isn't easy because what you are doing is a massive thing. So breathe through it, hydrate, drink lots of pure, amazing water. Rest when called to. It's so important. Treat yourself like the divine being that you are and just be the amazing person you are. This too shall change. This is only your now for this moment. And remember, this is a temporary state. We are in a chaotic node. We are in a temporary state of transformation, transmutation. So we'll rise up through these energies until we break through what we call compression breakthrough. Keep going through and through and through. That was from agirlintheuniverse.com. Also today we had an uptick in the earthquake activity with all these activations. 184 earthquakes in the past 24 hours, M1.5 or greater, and these occurred all over this realm, especially on the Ring of Fire. Fully activated, fully waking up. The most powerful again today in Papua New Guinea with a 5.7. Yesterday also Papua New Guinea 6.3 on the Ring of Fire with the Lemurian codes, the Lemurian energy, the divine goddess, the Magdalene energies. Our sacred condor fly high in the sky, free, freeing humanity in all life, in all timelines, dimensions, and realms, here now, forevermore. Freeing consciousness from all false timelines, all false time loops, the archonic programming, the programming of separation and impermanence. We are the eternal life, the eternal light, and we don't fall for the games or the nonsense or the lies anymore. We are sovereign. It is our birthright to be free, to be abundant, to be in peace and harmony in the light. We begin today's transmissions again with the Sabian symbols for today. Right now, the moon is at 18 degrees, 4 minutes Capricorn. The sun at 20 degrees, 38 minutes Aquarius. The Sabian symbol for the moon, 19 degrees Capricorn. A child of about 5 carrying a huge shopping bag filled with groceries. The Sabian symbol for the sun at 21 degrees Aquarius. A woman disappointed and disillusioned, courageously facing a seemingly empty life. From astrologyweekly.com. Remember from the Zen master, Sensei Okoi, nothing is as it seems, nor is it otherwise. That is the paradox. It is not this, it is not that. It is only the I Am presence, pure awareness that is here now in every living vessel, waking up, rising up, freeing consciousness from all illusion, all delusions, and all deceptions of the false projections. Here we go now. We start with Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, 844, coming in, 282021, 285. The Illumined Soul. When the soul is at one with itself and its divine source, and it starts embodying the divine light, divine love, divine presence, divine wisdom, it cannot buy into separation anymore. It cannot separate itself from anyone else, nor any part and particle of creation, visible and invisible, for it is inherent in unity and oneness with all that is, as it is. The illumined soul cannot live duality nor polarity any longer. It cannot point fingers, it cannot judge. It knows that everyone and everything she or he encounters are but reflections of self and divine source in all aspects and expressions of creation, visible and invisible. When the soul moves into unity and oneness, it lives in expansive beingness, and now can expand omniversally as much as it can move in terrestrial spheres. Yet it is now knowing the terrestrial is but a reflection of the universal, as the universal reflects the omniversal. What is within is without, what is above is below. What one sees in others is there within oneself. The soul thus now starts living its embodiment on planet Earth in a much higher frequency and vibration, dimensional form and expression. It is fully present and fully anchored in its divinity. It embraces divinity within and without, and thus finds this reflected everywhere. It becomes a bridge between heaven and earth. It is on the earth, but not of it. The illumined soul is radiant, lit up from deep within. It is a deep, for it is not afraid to dive even deeper into the uncharted, eternal waters of life, and thus is drinking from the eternal fountains of wisdom. More than this, it lives, breathes, walks, talks, and co-creates only from the heart of love, and thus with love and in love, as one with the wisdom, and filled with divine light, and thus powerful beyond measure, as it lives a soul-empowered life, empowered from deep within, at soul level, as one with the divine source. An illumined soul takes full responsibility for its own life and well-being, and what it is creating within every moment. It is aware of every thought, every feeling, every word it speaks, every action, for indeed every thought, word, action creates and pulls into the energy fields what it is creating. An illumined soul is conscious of what it is creating, and thus wishes to create within the divine universal laws, and within the sacred heart of eternal and infinite love. An illumined soul walks the sacred path of highest soul mastery. Thus the illumined soul will walk that path alone if need be, for it does not seek the applaud of the masses. It has surpassed the ego and thus is humble. More than this, an illumined soul knows it is in truth never alone, for it walks in the company of heavens, and thus ever seeks the highest truth, the highest inspiration, the highest illumined sacred paths, with great love and devotion. The illumined soul stands fully in its universal mastery, and the highest truth of its soul is one with its Creator. From JudithKusel.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Yah's soldiers, remember that the bigger picture plan, galactically and on earth, is happening in God's perfect time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Destiny is here today, moving the galactic wheel another degree forward into the goddess age of Aquarius. This has opened a window of opportunity for Shekinah and the new Son of God to perform the acts of redeeming the sacred unions of the beloveds. This is also the end of ancient Babylonian curses that resulted in adultery worship of fertility goddesses. This system of Cabal worship has fallen, which we will witness in the flesh. This will directly affect the seasons, elements, weather, the sun, moon, and stars, and of course, earth. This is the end of the Piscean dark feminine timeline of sacrifice and worshipping for gain. For us personally, this is the end of mental anguish. Breakthroughs of ideas, awareness, and higher understanding of your union is downloading into your Grail system from heaven above. This is answered prayers of a new path opening up today, with awareness and closure of the past. New levels of joy, abundance, and happiness are now entering, filling your spirit. The frequency of the Holy Spirit is lighting up within your temple. Like twinkling sparks of light throughout the body, these energy bursts are cleansing the vessel of all remaining emotional wounds and trauma, whether male or female. The sacredness of who you are as an embodiment of the divine feminine Christ is rising within and collectively. Justice is neutralizing all the bad choices made in this and past life relationship cycles of your Holy Grail union. You both are healing on a deep soul level. This is in preparation for the marriage of the Lamb that is to come. Revelation 7:13, 73 into the 37, heaven on earth. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? 14, and I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. 15, Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. 16, They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. 17, For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. From Carolyn, Kundalini Twin Flames. Today from Divine Bro, Star of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. Gene Key 49, February 7th through February 12th, 2021. Reaction, Revolution, Rebirth. The nuclear family is fusion laboratory. The new family will become the essential unit of the collective. It will transcend its genetic ties, so there will be no obsession, no sibling conflict, and no repeating wound patterns. There is only the flow of love through the family and its magnification. The family of the future will be the whole community, the fellowship of humanity itself. It will be a welcoming friendliness that pervades all awakening humans. Everywhere we go, we'll find this spirit. Excerpt from the 64 Ways. And from the Yi Ching, the classic book of change, hexagram 49, revolution. Fire heats the lake from below. Boiling water starts invisible. In the end it transforms everything. Rebirth is the bliss of rapture. Revolution is vital lightness. Reaction is dissatisfied desire. Elation of passion. Metamorphosis is believed in only after it has been accomplished. Firm correctness abolishes regret and brings successful progress. The 49 is a new cutting through awareness. It's revolutionizing humanity. It's creating a new inner environment for something extraordinary to occur. If we have the 49th gift or are contemplating it, its gift is to show others what they don't need and help them to see what they do need. It's a gift that could turn a person's life around or make an ailing business suddenly successful. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, GeneKeys.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise, Gaia Daily, February 8 through 12, Cosmic Cleanse. Venus in Aquarius has just squared up with Uranus in Taurus. Now Venus is approaching Jupiter for a powerful conjunction and square to Black Moon Lilith for this upcoming new moon in Aquarius on Thursday. The universe is prying open the door in order to shed light on the darkest corners of our reality. The new moon in Aquarius marks the beginning of a new cycle and the Chinese New Year as we move into the year of the metal ox. Aquarius brings promise, vision, and ideas of something new, but with all of these intense squaring energies, we haven't been able to enjoy the lighter energies of Aquarius. Before starting something new, it is important to clean all the old away. We are in a great cosmic cleansing as this astrology seeks to expose all shadowy darkness and bring it into the light. We cannot build a new world on a rotten foundation, and so all must be revealed, and the dark brought into the light. With all these planets and fixed signs, we are trying to establish something new, but we are coming up against deep, dark distortions that are blocking the way. Your presence and attention is a very supportive energy in this great cosmic cleanse. You are brave and have done deep shadow work that has perfectly prepared you for this time. You are not scared of the dark. You can stand strong in your righteous truth, bathed in the light of your armor of God, as we face the scariest part of the movie. Thank you. May profound blessings rain down upon you for your crucial role you are playing in these times. Keep your head up and keep up the great work. AdrianElise.com. Today from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, the alchemical transformation of Mercury in the interior underworld by Daniel Giamario. At 5:48 a.m. PST today, Mercury retrograde is exactly conjunct the Sun at 20 degrees Aquarius. Within the shamanic astrology paradigm, this is the interior underworld portion of the Mercury overall synodic cycle when Mercury is between the Earth and Sun, the inside track. In some more traditional forms of astrology, this is known as Kazimi, taken to the meaning in the heart of the Sun. This is a Latinized word derived from the Arabic Cazimi, meaning as if in the heart. In those traditions, the term was used if a planet or the moon were within 17 minutes of exactness, or often within a half degree on either side. A variety of different interpretations were used, usually very good or very bad. What is the view of shamanic astrology? One thing for sure, definitely not a simplistic and dualistic, very good or very bad. We will first place the interior conjunction within the larger context of the entire Mercury synod. It has a specific part to play in a larger story. This particular cycle started November 3rd, 2020, with Mercury turning direct at 25 Libra 54 minutes. Libra has been the overtone of this current Mercury cycle that will end soon, with Mercury turning direct on February 20th at 11 Aquarius 2, a journey story of about 120 days. The interior underworld phase lasts from February 3rd through 13, with Mercury lost from sight in the glare of the Sun. Mercury is approaching the end of this synodic cycle, with the new Aquarian overtone beginning February 20th. This phase, absolutely exact today, is seen as the most mysterious and hidden of all the portions of the cycle. This is a time of profound alchemical change. The current Libra overtone synod has Mercury moved from Libra, then through Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and now Aquarius. Beyond the usual kind of mercurial shapeshift, this time frame is creating a complete archetypal shift into Aquarius, becoming then the dominant mystery school for the next synod, February 20, 2021 through June 22nd, 2021. As you are hearing this, Mercury is metamorphosing into the Aquarian expression of perception, cognition, and communication powered by the Aquarian Sun. If you take a look at the chart, it's so fascinating to see that Saturn has just risen from the exterior or universal underworld in the morning sky, with Jupiter following over the next few days. Meanwhile, Venus is just about to descend into the universal underworld out of the morning sky. All, of course, are in Aquarius. What has been being transmitted to Mercury and from Mercury, as if there has not already been enough Aquarian activation, including its light and shadow. Use these few days to connect with an enhanced vision and transmissions from the newly evolving and transforming Aquarius energies, intended to expand and free us from consensus reality dogmas, and to support freedom, liberty, sovereignty, and autonomy, to hopefully remind us of what it means to be human. Lastly, to remember Zeus's warning to Prometheus, "Now that you have the fire technology, be thee warned of hubris, overweening pride, believing you are a god, and a failure to remember about justice." Today, from the order of the star, Mercury retrograde conjunct Sun, February 8th. The conjunction of the Sun and retrograde Mercury is called the Inferior conjunction. It occurs about halfway through the retrograde phase. When a planet is conjunct the Sun, it is said to be Cazimi, or in the heart of the Sun. When a planet is Cazimi, it is said to gain strength from this. The Cazimi between the Sun and Mercury occurs twice in its orbit, once when it is direct, superior conjunction, and once when it is retrograde, inferior conjunction. The inferior conjunction is a time best spent reflecting on what has been happening, rather than moving forward with matters. While the Cazimi may bring some brilliant ideas, we are usually better off waiting until the retrograde phase is over before acting on them. From the inferior conjunction until Mercury stations direct, the end of the retrograde, is called the Promethean retrograde phase. We may have grown to use the havoc that Mercury retrograde wreaks, that we become complacent during this phase. We may let our guard down and be less vigilant about double-checking our work or factoring in delays and mishaps. There is likely to be a sense of impatience and wanting to move forward with new ideas and plans. If, like Prometheus, you act too impulsively or without enough forethought and planning, you might suffer the consequences. If you have a project that cannot be delayed until after the retrograde phase, try to work in some wiggle room in case of delays or mix-ups. Sun conjunct Mercury transit puts the focus on your thinking and communications and short-distance travel. It brings mental alertness, quick thinking, adaptability, and curiosity. Expect an increase in personal interaction in your neighborhood, with siblings, schools, and over the internet. So this will be a busy time with lots of appointments, correspondence, meetings, social activity, new information to process, and decisions to make. This is a good time for sharing ideas, making plans, buying and selling, negotiating, and meeting new people. This week, try not to talk yourself out of whatever your intuition is trying to tell you. Forge a union between your heart and your mind. Today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Lua Astrology. Sun conjunct Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. Mercury conjunct Pallas and Hecate. There's a grand meeting in the skies as we reach the middle of the Mercury retrograde period. Mercury, the Sun, Pallas, and Hecate gather to bring us great wisdom straight from source. In this place, new ideas are born, realizations happen, revelations occur. Hecate, the opener of ways, offers a key and unveils a door that we never saw before. Pallas makes sense of the weird synchronicities and strange happenings that contain subtle messages from spirit. The Sabian symbol of the Sun, Pallas, Mercury meeting is a disappointment and disillusioned woman courageously faces a seemingly empty life. Sometimes life turns out differently than we'd hoped or expected, but the future is wide open. A life yet to be lived, a void to be filled. Never assume more of the same. Celebrate the potential this moment offers. Seed it with strong intentions. Words and thoughts are filled with magic. From LeahWhitehorse.com. Today, from the Zolkin Times, Kin 5-6, Yellow Self-Existing Warrior. Self-existing is the name for the number 4, and its key words are definition, form, and measure. The fourth day of any wave spell is about taking a closer look at the details, reading the finer print, and scrutinizing, so you may proceed armed with the knowledge necessary to move forward with the wave spell. Yesterday we flew with the eagle and saw things from a higher perspective. Now we must swoop in closer to see what is going on. Today is Yellow Warrior, and the key words associated with it are intelligence, fearlessness, and questioning. Yellow Warrior invites us to go on a mission, to accept a quest. Contemplate today what you could achieve using your willpower and thinking like a warrior. Wield the sword and don't be shy about marching forth. As it is a number 4 day and that represents definition, today's mission therefore will be about the quest for information. The warrior loves to ask questions, and it has a thirst for knowledge, so the number goes very well with the day. The guide for the day is Yellow Human, which represents channeling wisdom and free will. This suggests that using your intuition to guide your actions today will lead your quest and help you discover the answers. Today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Self-Existing Warrior, Kin 56, 8 February 2021, Questioning Form. 8-2-2021 equals 8-2-5 equal 8-7 equal 15 equal 6. 8 Infinity, abundance, source flow. 2 Twins, partner, cooperation. 5 Liberation, change, transformation. 7 Mystic, magic, spiritual initiation. 6 Heaven, Christ, harmony, romance, family, Kin 56 equal 11 equal 2, 11 portal gate polarity. 2 twins partnership, cooperation. Another potent day continuing the gifts brought by yesterday's blue eagle, calling us to action, our dreams, and our divine purpose. Day 4 in the red Skywalker wave spell of awakening, exploration, and new adventures. Today we are working on the mental plane and using our minds to question what it is we need to surrender in order to shape our new reality and expand our consciousness. Yesterday we closed the cycle of war and battles on our beloved planet Gaia. The rainbow warriors have gloriously arisen and are victoriously reclaiming this realm in order to lead us into the light at the end of the rainbow. Tone of creation, self-existing tone 4, operates in the mental realm. Action measures, power defines, essence form. Self-existing number 4 takes form, and we have ourselves a square shape, self-existing, measuring and defining, very intelligent, fascinated by self. We now have built a sturdy platform upon which further growth takes place. The warrior plus the self-existing tone are a very mind-focused energy, leading to much mental analysis, questioning, and defining today. The warrior will necessitate that you define what forms your dreams and the collective dreaming of our planet shall take in order to be created. It is time to build a solid foundation for new earth together. Today's question is, what do you need to fearlessly surrender in order for your divinely directed ideas and dreams to take form? Divine blessings for the realization of your great dreams to take form. And Lakek ala Kin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 56, Yellow, Self-Existing Warrior. The mantra, the code for today is, I define in order to question. Measuring fearlessness, I seal the output of intelligence. With the self-existing tone of form, I am guided by the power of free will. And on this powerful day, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notification on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also take the time to thank everyone for your pledges on Patreon and your donations. We rely 100% on our pledges and donations for our daily living expenses, so we appreciate you all for your continued support. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Debbie Cornell for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and our mission of the Eagle and the Condor lineage, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. And as I said earlier in today's transmissions that I started to transmit the I Am discourses of Saint Germain over the next 33 days. These will only be posted to our Patreon membership. So for the next 33 days, I'll do one discourse a day. Today I did a forward, so you can check that out. We also have the link in our community page on both of our YouTube channels. So if you'd like to support our work and mission, again, it is patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd also like to take the time to thank Divine Angel of the Light, Julian Wettach, for your donation today on PayPal. We appreciate you very much, all our supporters and those that are helping us to bring these transmissions to the world every day. So we also have a link in the description below if you'd like to make a one-time donation to our cause, to our work of manifesting New Earth. Now lastly, I'd like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor and her art business. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Diane Campbell, for purchasing one of her beautiful goddess totems. She purchased one of the 7 Divine Sisters, so there's 6 left, and then she has other items, these handmade goddesses, beautiful colored wool. Then she also does felted wool purses, beautiful works of art, and many other things to come. You can also listen to her beautiful song. She is an amazing singer and musician on our Patreon page. So you can purchase and support her work on lunagoddessart.com. Thank you all very much. Now we're going to end today's transmission from a divine decree shared by Divine Sister of Light Diana Therapeuta, the light of Christ. I am divine love. I am divine light. I am the resurrection and the life. I radiate the pure and true omnipresent light infinitely, the pure consciousness of Christ light. I welcome this breakthrough through the center of my heart to all of creation. I am the resurrection and the life. I am everything that I am. I order each particle of my being at all levels, layers, and dimensions, expressions of mine to unify in divine love and radiate the pure, Christic light through each sound. I radiate all my energy fields in all creations from this moment forward. So it is, this is done. Thank you. We also call upon the sacred, divine, violet flame, the violet ray of Saint Germain, and activate every strand of DNA, every cell, every atom in our universe, in our body, the sacred body where I am, where I always am, here now, for all eternity. Keep blazing that violet flame, that violet ray from your heart center, connecting to the energies of the Ascended Masters and Saint Germain and our angelic teams in every timeline, dimension, realm. Through our sacred vessel, our avatar, our rainbow bridge, the central channel, resonating in and out from our heart center, the emerald palace, the emerald light, into the violet light, into the gold, the white, and the pure, clear light of bliss, resonating through the crystal palace at the center of the brain, connecting to the emerald palace, the center of the heart, and to the red temple in the root chakra, the base of the spine. The kundalini is activated, rising up through the 7 colors of the electromagnetic spectrum into the still white magnetic light at the center, and through that into the clear light of bliss, of the great mystery. So keep walking your sacred path with heart and shining your great illuminated bright virtue out into this world, activating everything and everyone, all consciousness, through this quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, rainbow bodies of infinite, indestructible diamond light. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.